good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I appreciate you all coming today. I'd like to start with reading Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. And I also like Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Also, I'm going to introduce myself today. I'm Mike Tilley. I'm originally from Knoxville, Tennessee. I was going to Harrison Hill Highway Baptist Academy when I got involved in music. However, while I was there, I got saved at the age of 15. I got saved one Wednesday night on Halloween night, October 31st, 1975. And then the next year, in 1976, I was called into the principal's office over the intercom. When I got in there, I found out that there was a preacher in there wanting to find a music director for his small church. It was a very small church, probably had maybe 15, 20 people in it at the most. So I got to the office and they asked me would I be interested in becoming a part-time music director for this church. And I said, well, let me pray about it and see what God has, because I've never done anything like that before, you know. So a couple of weeks went by, and I felt the Lord calling me into the music ministry at that time. The church didn't have any instruments at all at first to sing with, so we had to sing a cappella. Then the little church that we had burned down, so we had to start meeting in the basement of a bank. So we did that for a little while. Then they built a church over there off Chapman Highway in Knoxville. But anyway, that's how I got started in music. I'd like to say a little bit about how I came down here to East Griffin Baptist Church. 3 years ago, I directed Music and Revival. And a couple of ladies kept asking, don't you think God wants you down here? 3 years ago. I kind of said, well, I kind of put them off. And that was when I was doing this in my life. I was doing man's will instead of God's will in my life right here.
Right.
You know, we got to watch how we balance our life out. I have figured since I've been down here, that's what happened to me. You know, Jesus laid down his life for us on the cross. So, what should we do for him? Anyway, all of a sudden last year, I lost my job after the family medical leave took place. Last February, I got sick. I started having stomach problems. They ran all kinds of tests trying to figure out what was wrong with me. Some of the tests, the doctors finally said, I think your gallbladder is your problem. And then I had been battling for 2 years a physical ailment in my right leg. I didn't know it was my back at the time. Sometimes I'd have to get out of the car because my leg would be in so much spasms, you know. But anyway. And during all this time, I wasn't directing music anywhere while I got sick. And then Charles asked me to come down here to sing one Sunday. Sing a couple of songs. I think his family was here or something like that. And then a week or two later, he asked me if I would come down again and direct the music. So, God works in mysterious ways. I'm now on disability now. I don't work anywhere. And I was wanting to go home to Knoxville, Tennessee. That was my decision. In my life, that would have been what? My will.
Right.
So, instead, God said, no, Mike, you need to come down to East Griffin and grow the music ministry in the church. So that's what has gotten me here, and it was a coincidence that I got sick. Now I can also go to school at Lee University online to get my Bachelor's of Science of Music degree. So I'm enjoying being here, and I love what I do for God, and I love to encourage people. I love to see people sing and worship Him, and I love to see a choir grow. through Jesus Christ, the choir grows, not me.